Hello and welcome back. My name is Dave and today I'm trying a camera version, not camera version, but trying to put my face in the corner of the screen, like you see in most gameplay videos. I do not know if it's going to work. It depends how good my editing skills are, which are questionable at times. So if you're hearing this and not seeing my face, then you can only assume it's not gone to plan. And if you're seeing this and hearing my voice at the same time, then it works. Fantastic, I know how to do it, and I can do it for the next few times I play games. This is a trial and error sort of thing. So anyway, today today I know I'm playing Banished, and Banished is a simple game. It's you're being exiled from somewhere, must be your own city at some point, and you must start again. A very beautiful looking game, very simple to play once it gets rolling, but trying to get it going, it is quite difficult because you've got to try and balance food to work to everything, so very awkward. I've been meaning to do one of these videos for a while now, but it only goes so far if you stop progressing. It's kind of, it needs something more, because when you got the schools down, hospitals down, town hall, the fields, the orchards, the pastures, the woodcutters, etc. There's nothing else. You've done it. You've expanded and you've finished basically, and that's kind of it. There's nothing else to go for. So it's quite a simple, straightforward sort of game, and I just wish there was a bit more involved. So, but what there is, you can spend a good couple hours on, and it's not too bad. So, without further ado, let's get into playing, shall we? I don't know how you name my towns, but let's name one after I live in. It's not a town, but it's more of a city. Gloucester! Now, Isles aren't easy because you get 6 families rather than 5 4. Climate I always put fair because it seems very something cruel. Climate it seems to be either good or good. I don't know. Winter's even harsher, summer's hotter, or something like that. I don't know. Disaster I keep off just because otherwise I can't show you how to play gaming. Like if you get disaster and wipes out half the buildings and half the population, I mean I gotta start again and it'll take me forever. Large map of course, and on valleys and mountains there doesn't seem to be much space to build than it does as in valleys, but if you get a nice area in valleys, a nice big flat area, you can put your fields down, you won't have a problem. Get a mounty area and all hell breaks loose. It's so difficult to get somewhere, but let's have a go. See where it chucks us, shall we? Ooh, orangey. Go! Oh, there's too much orange in that one. Oh! Oh, God, me! Oh. Oh, the perfect start. I have sheep. Alright, if you have sheep, you can use the wool to make clothing. It is fantastic. Oh, chicken's not too bad, cows alright. And it's put me near some flat area! Oh my god, double! This is amazing! Flat area, plenty of crops, orchard, boom! Building territory, straight off. Fantastic! Oh. Alright. Straight down here. Yes. Let's move over slightly. Here. Pastures can go slightly bit bigger than crop fields. You go 20 by 20. Or for the old where the crop fields go 15 by 15. But I always leave a little path in between. That's so you can people can move around a bit faster. That's how I think of it anyway. So the faster you move, the happier you are. So 15 by 15. There's 2, so that's enough to get them started for a little while. Now, check down a path just to try and get your bearings on the older fields. And this just helps you start off. Put down your paths. I was in a nice square area there, so it's not too difficult to start with. You can go there. People work quite hard. Anyway, settings, tools and reports you want to go to. And what I found nice to have is the assigned jobs to citizens. It says that they're professions, but the button says something different. And then you want the show general statistics back to town. It tells you town name and what year you're in, how many people you got, which is 12 adults, 0 students, and 9 children. And it tells you how much wood, stone, iron, everything you need really, which is rather important. If you didn't have that, kind of stuck. You need a big area to put down all your supplies, sort of wood, iron, and stone. Nice big plot there. The other one I'll break apart in a little while, just try and get it going. But to start with, always have at least 4 builders. Otherwise, nothing gets built. They need to build roads, they build buildings, and etc. etc. The more labourers you have, the better you are in some ways, because they can move stuff around a lot quicker. It's a hell to start the game off. You need a woodcutter, which you need to try and find a home for, which is goddamn awkward sometimes. Nothing seems to fit in that 20 by 20 very much. It's very much of a 15 by 15. Sorry, nothing. Because buildings are one size. Let's say, for example, 6 by 6 or 6 by 3. Crop fields are 15 by 15, but pastures are 20 by 20. The church can be 15 by 7 or something. Nothing seems to fit, and it just drives me crazy how different it can be. I just wish it was a bit more in line with each other to make your life a bit more easier. Alright, your game's not supposed to make it easy for you, but there we go. I always like to have these 2 cutters and 1 blacksmith. I have at least 1 tailor and a brewer, which they sit always. See what I mean? It sits so differently every time. I just find it slightly awkward. So put a path running outside of them. I always put down a oh, hang on. Pause the game readers as well. So pause the tailor, pause the tavern, and pause these 1 woodcutter. You don't need all the woodcutters. Put that nice little stockpile area, which it automatically builds, and then oh yeah, and a storage barn, which I'll pause as well. Just don't need them. Also, the more your people work, the more hungry they get, and you ain't got so much food to produce to start with, which once you get going, you get going, so it's not too bad. So it's quite simple, but you need to try and somehow clear the area off first to produce stuff. So I always go from speed on the 1 to speed on the 10. It does quite nicely. Just watch them bastards go. So the old field's been done, so quickly nip down some squash in there and add at least 4 workers. And when you got a food limit, click on that and add the extra 0, because you always like to have more food produced than you possibly need. I reckon you need at least 3,000 food for more than for every 10 people you get. So get 10 people. Some kid outside screaming. For every 10 people you get, you need at least 3,000 food on top. So wheat and another 4 people. Alright, it cuts you rather thin on the floor for workers and labourers, but you got to. If you don't have fields going in, you're knackered, honestly. Sheep. All the herdsmen get going, so get herdsmen in there. But no, it's nice seeing it all come together nicely. It all is falling together nicely. And oh, the woodcutter is done. So the woodcutter, one person please. Now you do a fuel limit of 2,000, and I'm short people. Now I've learned a lesson from before: is never place a bridge down, have them build it because they get stuck on the wrong side of the bridge. Absolutely 100%. They die over there. I'll tell you. I tried to record for this one and the sound wasn't plugged in, so it made it a bit difficult. And basically I built a bridge and people over the river, obviously. People got stuck on one side but couldn't get back. And they died because it froze, hungry, whatever, so stupid. The problem is, a couple of them swam across the bloody river, didn't they, to get some tools to build the bridge. I know. Stupid. I just like how simple the buildings are built as well. You get the structure put up and bit by bit it's put together nicely. I really do like it. I like how simple it's been put together, this game. I just wish there's something more to it. It seems a bit empty after you get to a certain point in the game. Food, like I said, is a struggle at times, and just the way sometimes it's been laid out. Could it do a bit better? I just still enjoy it, so play the game for what you enjoy and you get the enjoyment back to you, so plonk down the old tunnel. People will start building it, start with, and then they lose interest after a little while, so and on the side, let's pause game there. So the other side you want to try and put down some infrastructure of things that you be needing, so like hunters, gatherers, tree surgeons, just to try and keep the place going. And you need like herbalists because apparently you need herbs, but you cannot have the tree cutter cut down the trees. You need the wood for the herbalist, which needs 3-year-old trees to produce medicines. Yeah. 3-year-old trees? Who thought it was 3-year-old trees? Never mind, it works still, I can see. Well, they did it in some way. So we get to a point where you feel like you need to do stuff. You can add stuff in and pull stuff, and people will start building, but then sort of give up, you pause it, and they go somewhere else to do something else. So there's quite a nice little feature that, so you don't have to continually watch them. Blacksmith, add in 500 tools and tell them to go to work, he or she that is, it doesn't matter who it is, they seem to all work anyway. During the winter, people stop working. Storage barn, yeah. People stop working on the fields and they start doing like labour and jobs somewhere else, which is a very nice touch actually. Very well done on that side. So I'm going to put down my town hall here, but pause it, because I paused the game anyway, so pause the town hall. So I put the old hospital down as well there. Make little communal areas where it's a church there. Ooh, tricky. Don't quite fit, does it? So pause the hospital, pause the church. You don't want a church because people, when kids get old enough, they become students, and students to slow down the production of your towns. So don't ever have that as a thing. Just try and keep it so they're kids, then they grow up to be adults. Skip school. It's when you get enough people, later on you can do the old school thing. But trust me, it's a pain in the bum when you need some people. But you can kick students out of school. You just turn the school off production and kids will be old adults. They'll learn what they need to learn, stop schooling then, and then pop along to be an adult. Crazy how it works sometimes. I wish that worked in real life. Life would be so much simpler. So, put down some more squash and an extra member to the buildings. So we've got 3 each, 3, 6, 9 on each patch. 1 on there, so it makes the job a little bit easier. Just that little bit. Later on I said about people getting hungry if you don't have food. It's starting to happen now. If you don't feed these people quickly, you will not survive and they will die. And if you got no people, then town's a failure. Thanks, team. Thanks. So yeah, you need food in there as soon as possible. Now, you can kill your sheep off. Not necessarily the best way of going, but it's the only way to get food into people's stomachs, and when they start needing food, they need food. Stone houses are pretty nifty. They keep warmer than the wood houses, but they're not very cheap. They're quite expensive, especially in the old stone. I would say go wood house to start with, but then you can upgrade wood house later, so there is plus and minuses around the thing on that. Builders will build a house, but of course now food's getting tricky. I've only got 200 food and nobody working in the winter now, so it's going to cause me a problem. We have no food, so this will make it a very short series if no one produces food and I can't get nothing to eat. Well, they can't get nothing to eat because they start dying, which is not too far off. In winter they get hungry, and the more they work, the more hungry they get as well. So you don't want to overwork them. Just keep them ticking over slowly. Sometimes a big bit of land get you excited and you start developing like I just did there, but it's yeah, it's a tricky part because you need them to produce food, but no food, you get hungry and die. No production, nothing happens. Can't get anywhere. And no matter how many times you slaughter your sheep, your lambs, it's still going to keep you alive. It just takes that little balance sometimes of how you progress during the game to have enough food to make it last, and materials. Stone and wood and iron you can come by anywhere on the map, so it's not going to be too tricky. But it's this food, it's a tricky one. You don't get down in necessary items, it's going to cause you problems. So like, I suppose wheat isn't a good source of food, because I ran out so fast in food in this when I put down wheat. Then if I put down pumpkins, beans or peppers, that sort of idea. So yeah, I think I might end this video here. Just try and make 2 videos hopefully out of it, so next time you see everyone dying, make it more fun, I can stretch out sort of thing, because why not, that idea. But generally it's a good fun game, and yeah, if you make it work, you can make it work. If not, then there's a bit of an issue, but generally it's nice. A little bit lag here and there, but it was because I'm running in the background like Steam earlier. Very fun though. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next one. Thank you, and goodbye.